Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Google I/O 2013, TrueGrid, Debugging CSS Render Performance. At Google I/O 2013, a session titled TrueGrid, Debugging CSS Render Performance focused on the importance of optimizing CSS for better render performance in web applications. This tutorial will summarize key points from the session, provide insights into CSS performance issues, and offer code examples to help you apply best practices in your projects. Why CSS performance matters. When a web page is rendered, the browser must parse HTML, apply CSS styles, and execute JavaScript. Poorly optimized CSS can lead to slow render times. If CSS is large or complex, it takes longer for the browser to compute styles. Repaints and reflows, changes to the DOM can trigger layout recalculations, which can be expensive. User experience, longer load times and janky animations can lead to a poor user experience. Key concepts in CSS performance. 1. Minimize CSS complexity. The more rules the browser has to evaluate, the slower the render will be. Use simpler selectors and avoid deep nesting. 2. Reduce repaints and reflows. Understand how CSS properties can trigger these processes. Avoid properties that force layout recalculations, like width and height, when possible. 3. Use efficient selectors. Prefer class selectors over tag selectors or descendant selectors, as they are faster for browsers to evaluate. 4. Limit animations. Use CSS transitions and animations wisely. Prefer properties that do not trigger layout changes, like transform and opacity. 5. Optimize CSS delivery. Load CSS efficiently by placing CSS in the head and minimizing the size through compression and minification. Debugging CSS render performance. To debug and optimize CSS performance, use browser developer tools. Here are some tips on how to do that. Use the Performance tab, record a session while interacting with your web page. Look for long tasks and examine the call stacks to understand what's causing slowdowns. Inspect CSS rules. In the Elements tab, use the Computed section to see which styles apply to an element and how they affect rendering. Check paint and layout events. Use tools like Chrome's Layer Panel to visualize repaints and reflows, helping you identify problem areas. Code examples. Here, we'll illustrate some of the above principles with examples. Example 1, Optimizing selectors. Inefficient CSS asterisk. Optimized CSS asterisk. HTML asterisk. Example 2, Avoiding layout thrashing. Inefficient JavaScript asterisk. Optimized JavaScript asterisk. Example 3, Using transforms for animation. Inefficient animation asterisk. Optimized animation asterisk. Conclusion. Debugging and optimizing CSS render performance is crucial for delivering fast, responsive web applications. By following best practices, such as minimizing CSS complexity, avoiding reflows, and using efficient selectors, you can significantly enhance the performance of your web pages. Utilize your browser's developer tools to analyze and diagnose performance issues, and remember that small changes can lead to substantial improvements in the user experience. Happy coding!